Hello goblins and gargoyles, and welcome to another video of me squawking about a children's show, except this time it's a movie. We finally got a trailer for the Miraculous Ladybug Awakening movie that was originally announced by Jeremy Zag all the way back at Comic-Con in Istanbul in 2018, so long ago now that it's not even called Awakening anymore, but it will always be called Awakening in my heart and yours. This movie is actually Zag's version of the story following the origins of Ladybug and Cat Noir in a high-budget musical film, and honestly, it looks so beautiful that it should be worth the wait. This quality of animation takes time after all. The trailer opens up with a wide shot of the school. I have two pointless things to appreciate here. One is that the Eiffel Tower is not right behind our school, which it is in the show, so maybe they're going for a more accurate depiction of Paris. And two, there are actually people walking around outside because Paris is a very busy place filled with tourists and swindlers and normal people. The next shot is consistent with this as it shows students other than Marinette's class walking around instead of just empty halls. I already love the animation style from the movement, the camera angles, and the exquisite lighting. I'm about to get greedy for this. Marinette is othered here by the students whispering about her. She's anxious walking through the halls. The show has talked about Marinette not fitting in before meeting Alia, but we have only ever seen her with close relationships with her classmates. This is showing us what it was really like for her, much lonelier. And I still have a bone to pick with her classmates who just let her get bullied. Yes, I see you girls there in the background giving her the side eye. I'm assuming she either did something really clumsy walking into school, or this is after the explosion in the following shots, though she's not dirty or disheveled or anything, so I think it might have been something else. Queen Alia is there talking to Marinette about her clumsiness, which seems to be a thing that they are playing into for this movie. And Alia doesn't mean any harm by this, but I have a feeling that it's gonna make Marinette even more anxious. Of course, we've gotta get in that classic Chloe nastiness with Sabrina looking saddened in the background when she's usually pretty mean as well, so maybe they've made her more empathetic in this. The next shots of Marinette hiding from Chloe seem to be later in the day, and it is while she's running that she stumbles into Master Fu's studio. Although it looks very different from how it looks in the show, with specimen jars and lots of old artifacts, and it kind of looks dusty and abandoned, so I'm not sure where Master Fu is. Tiki says Marinette is the chosen one, but it seems that anyone could have found their way there, so I wonder if there's some kind of charm where only the right people can see it, or if this was simply an act of fate. Next is Marinette's stunning magical girl transformation, and her proportions in this look so much nicer and just more realistic, I would say. They definitely emphasize the mystical fantasy part of the story, which is awesome to me because it's almost gotten to a point in the show where the magic is seen as very normal, not only to the Miraculous holders but to the civilians as well. Finally, we get a little bit of Cat Noir, but it seems like they've already met at this point. I love how they did his suit in this. It looks more like he's actually wearing it rather than it being melded to his skin, which I guess it technically is, but that's not the point here. Then there's a sequence of beautiful shots of them performing a song and Cat Noir jumping on clouds, which means it's probably a bit surreal. We have some classic Lady Noir banter and buffoonery, some fights, fist bumps, and of course, the yearning. I believe these shots at Notre Dame will be their first time meeting after receiving their powers, and I absolutely love the dark aesthetic of the cathedral. It's an interesting choice because the backdrop for important scenes is usually the Eiffel Tower, but it only appears in the trailer once, and it's only a passing shot. Their first fight is with a gargoyle monster from Notre Dame, which is really cool and something we haven't really seen before. I'm very curious about this gargoyle because it didn't show anything about it getting akumatized, though Gabriel appears to find the butterfly Miraculous in this movie, which is another interesting choice because we've never really seen the origin for Hawkmoth. He's just kind of always had the knowledge of the Miraculous. If you saw my last video, you know I go crazy for a good moon scene, so I am eating well with this movie and I am licking that plate clean, but my favorite shot of the entire trailer was the Marinette superhero landing into the wings. Anytime there's a moment where wings frame someone in media, you know that fate is trembling in their boots. Anyways, I really loved this trailer. It got me excited without revealing too much, which is exactly what a trailer should accomplish. I'm definitely curious about where Zag will go with this, and although I love Marishat and Adrienne, I'm excited to get some Lady Noir back. If you made it this far, comment the cloud emoji, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!